in honor of greed. Breed, bright one, goddess of accord, teach us to bear the fires of transformation, the furnace that tempers our spirit and makes us strong. Be with us as we blaze our trail. Breed, goddess of fire, blessed be the goddess of transformation. Warm us within and without. Light our paths with your torches. We light this candle in fiery offering to you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Kevin, would you like to give your talk?
Oh, it's me? Oh, sorry. There are three herbs that are traditionally associated with Imbolc. Blackberry is sacred to Bridget. The leaves and berries are used to attract prosperity and healing. A goddess plant belonging to the planetary sphere of Venus. Coltsfoot, or spawn in Gaelic, is an herb associated with Bridget. A herb of Venus moves emotional and physical stagnation and is used magically to engender love and bring peace. Ginger revitalizes and stimulates the fire within, helps alignment with the rise of Kundalini, the serpent energy at this time of year. You combine these three into a delightful little tea to help celebrate the holiday. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Now let's sing our chant, there is no end to the circle, no end.
There is no end to the circle, no end. There is no end to life, there is no end. There is no end to the circle, no end. There is no end to life, there is no end. There is no end to the circle, no end. There is no end to life, there is no end. There is no end to the circle, no end. There is no end to life, there is no end. There is no end to the circle, no end. There is no end to life, there is no end.
Brian Swimme, in his wonderful book, The Hidden Heart of the Cosmos, shares these words with us. Each second, the sun transforms 4 million tons of itself into light. Each second, a huge chunk of the sun vanishes into radiant energy that soars away in all directions. The sun is, with every second, giving itself over to become energy that we, with every meal, partake of. The sun converts herself into a flow of energy that photosynthesis changes into plants that are consumed by animals. For 4 million years, humans have been feasting on the sun's energy stored in the form of wheat or maize, reindeer or cattle, as each day the sun dies as sun and is reborn as the vitality of the earth. And these solar flares are in fact the very power of the vast human enterprise. All of us need to realize that we are the energy of the sun. The sun's extravagant bestowal of energy is a spectacular manifestation of the underlying impulse that pervades the universe. This impulse reveals itself in the ongoing giveaway of energy. In the human heart, it is felt as the urge to devote one's life to the well-being of the larger community. 5 billion years ago, hydrogen atoms, which were created at the birth of the universe, came together to form our great sun that now pours out the same primordial energy. If we burn brightly today, it is only because this same energy was burning brightly as the sun a month ago. Even as we take a single breath, our energy dissipates and we need to be replenished all over again by the sun's gift of fire. The sun's story finds its expression in those whose lives manifest the same generosity and whose sacrifice enables others to reach fulfillment. Human generosity is possible only because at the center of the solar system, a magnificent stellar generosity pours forth free energy day and night without stop, and without complaint, and without the slightest hesitation. This is the way of the universe. This is the way of life. And this is the way in which each of us joins this cosmological lineage when we accept the sun's gift of energy and transform it into creative and compassionate action that enables the community to flourish. Sa, Sakim, Sahu.
Sa, Sakim, Sahu.
And now as we stand, let's sing our chant. I give thanks for unknown blessings already on their way.
I give thanks for unknown blessings already on the way. I give thanks for unknown blessings already on the way. I give thanks for unknown blessings already on the way. I give thanks for unknown blessings already on the way. I give thanks for unknown blessings already on the way.
And we will thank the directions, again beginning with East.
Spirits of East, powers of air, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As air fills our lungs and sustains us in the chill of early spring, may we be mindful of the gift of breath. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of South, powers of fire, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As your fire warms us in body and brings increasing light, may we burn with gratitude. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of West, powers of water, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As spring rains bring life to the land, may it wash away all fear and doubt. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of North, powers of earth, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As spring rains bring life to the land, may it wash away all fear and doubt. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of the cosmos, powers of above, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As we gaze into your vast mystery, may we feel our connection with all life. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of silence, powers of below, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As we kneel and touch you, may your quiet guidance lead us. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Spirits of enlightenment, powers of within, we thank you for your presence in our circle. As we calm and center ourselves, may we find peace and hope in your stillness. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
And now let's turn and face Sekhmet. Beloved Sekhmet, powerful of heart, most beautiful and radiant mother, we thank you for your presence in our circle and for your gifts of love, light, protection, healing, and transformation. Sa, Sekem, Sahu.
Sa, Sekem, Sahu.
And now let's join hands and we have a parting thought.
At midwinter, the duskiest, coldest season is half over. Finally, the gradual reappearance of the light begins to be apparent. There is light at the end of the dark winter tunnel. The days are perceptibly longer now. There is the faintest breath of a whisper of the coming of spring in the air. It isn't spring yet, but there is a palpable promise, the eager anticipation of the annual resurgence of life that comes each spring, the scent of hope renewed. Let us be like the sun and shine our light out into the world a little bit more each day until we flood the planet with the brilliance of our best intentions. One by one, in tiny increments, candle by candle, gesture by effort, wish by prayer, concern by care, we feed the life fires of the soul and light the infinite universe little by little from within. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
And thanks to Mama Donna for those words.
By the
Air that is her breath, by the fire of her bright spirit, by the waters of her womb, by the earth that is her body. The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet
again. And in loving memory of prone witch Patricia Perlman, let's all give a cackle. And now we're going to circle around the fire, exiting here in the south by saying the words. Spring has sprung, new life begun.
Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun. Spring has sprung, new life begun.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let's put the camera off and maybe go back in and kind of read.
You okay?
Well, what happened to you?
Bridget's cross is an ancient pagan symbol for Bridget. It's also known as the Celtic sun wheel or solar cross. Bridget's cross is made on Imbolc rite. At Imbolc, Bridget walks the earth, and by creating her sun wheel, we invite and welcome the goddess in springtime into our homes. Traditionally, Bridget's cross was made from reeds or straw. We're going to get a little creative today and use these colorful pipe cleaners. We have 4 colors. Yellow is for air, green is for earth, blue is for water, red is for fire. Now to begin, I've folded all of these in half to make the construction easier. You take 2, put them together at the joint, and make a right angle. Then you're going to take your next one, and snug it into the joint, and your 4th color, so you have 1 color going in each direction. Now to continue with this simple weave, you go back to the original color, bring it in and snug it down. Rotate around a 1/4 of a turn to your next color and snug it down. Another 1/4 turn for your 3rd color. And snug them all in. Your 4th color comes in. And we will continue with this simple weave until we've used up all of our stalks. Quarter turn, 1/4 turn, make sure you snug them all down into the center there, and see what a nice little pattern we're starting to create here in the middle. Oops. Now once completed, your Bridget's cross has been used as a protection talisman. Initially it was to protect from fire and lightning, and usually hung over the hearth. It has since been used as just a general protection talisman, and oftentimes hung over the front door. There are two different traditions. Some say that each year when you make your new Bridget's cross, you should burn the old one. In this case, since we're not using combustible materials here like the reeds or straw, it would be buried. Some of the early traditions, they just kept adding them on. There's anecdotal evidence of an anthropologist in Ireland who went into a little cottage, and there were over 200 Bridget crosses hung around the hearth. So I guess it was effective because you had 200 years of protection there. And there we have it, our completed Bridget's cross. Notice the nice triangle formations in the middle. And now to finish it off, we're going to take these little silver to represent spirit and bind them all, just to keep your ends together and keep your cross from unraveling. Now when you're constructing this, you would like to dedicate it to whatever your intention is, whether it is protection of the house, the health of your family, and you probably would like to do it in, some sort of sacred space. There we go. We are complete. Bridget's cross for Imbolc.